Ever played snake and ladders and you roll this dice and you get a perfect 6, but you land up in the mouth of that snake on number 98 and you come rolling down back to number 7. It's the most pissing off experience ever on that snake and ladder board. Now the same thing in business. Ever experienced this where you have a great product, a great service, your customers are extremely happy about the quality of products and services that you provide, but your bank statement is empty and you struggle to acquire new customers even though you know that you have a superior quality of product or service. The same emotion of the number 98 snake biting you is what you experience in business every day. Hi, my name is Rajiv Talreja, and as a business coach, I worked with thousands of entrepreneurs across 182 different industries and sectors to help them set up the right strategies and systems to scale up their business. And one of the most common experiences that I have is that businesses that have great products and great services are usually poorly marketed. Nobody knows that such a business exists. Nobody knows that this entrepreneur has the level of depth and capability that they have, and that's why nobody buys. Such a business is not discoverable, and if your business is not discoverable, you are not profitable. And in this video, what I want to do is this. I want to tell you 6 things that you can do if you don't have a marketing budget to make your business more discoverable and move towards a stage where every target customer knows that you exist and every target customer wants to buy from you. So make sure you watch this video till the end to learn the 6 things that you need to do if you don't have a marketing budget today. And the reason why you need to understand these 6 truths is because think about it. Just having a great product or a great service is not good enough. In this world, best known always beats the best. You may be the best doctor, the best lawyer, the best retailer, the best photographer, the best architect, the best interior designer, the best trainer, the best coach, the best manufacturer, the best wholesaler, the best retailer, the best trader. It doesn't matter. The best known in your industry is going to beat you hands down in business, because business goes to the best known, not necessarily to the best. So if you want to get out of this being the best syndrome, where you feel like a victim every single time your competitor captures the market, but you are sitting in silence and getting frustrated as to why people are not appreciating the value of your products or services, then make sure that you learn the 6 things that you need to do even if you don't have a marketing budget. So watch the video till the end, and at the end of the video, I have a very important invitation for you to take. So I'm going to make an invitation to you towards the end of this video. If it makes sense to you, and only if you are a business owner, then continue the journey with me at the end of this video when I make that invitation. So with that, let's dive into 6 things that you need to do even if you don't have a marketing budget. The first thing that you need to take care of is you need to understand as a business owner the difference between marketing and sales. Far too many business owners treat marketing and sales as the same thing. They are not the same thing. The job of marketing is to generate leads for your business, to bring you inquiries. The job of sales is to convert these leads into deals by selling the product or service to this inquiry and closing the customer. So think about it. The skills required, the strategies required to generate an inquiry are very different from the skills and steps followed to close the deal. So do not treat marketing and sales as the same thing. This is a cardinal sin that many business owners make in their business, and they expect one person to generate the inquiry as well as close the deal. Now, when you just rely on one person to generate inquiries and close the deal, that person does not have the capabilities and understanding of different forms of marketing. They don't have the skills and knowledge for the different strategies of marketing. So in the name of marketing to generate leads, that person just relies upon traditional methods like cold calling, cold emails, and door-to-door walking in. Now, I am not saying cold calling, cold emails, and door-to-door walking in does not give you a result. It does give you a result, but the result of cold calling, cold emails, and door-to-door walking in is very, very low and very, very slow. Now, when the results are low and slow, that affects your confidence in your own business. You stop believing in the power and potential of your own business and you start playing small. So even if you don't have a marketing budget, the one thing that I want you to do in your business is treat marketing and sales differently and understand that the skill of marketing needs to be focused. The activity of marketing needs to be focused on generating the inquiry, and the activity of sales needs to be focused on processing that inquiry, understanding the customer's needs, pitching the products or services, handling the objections of the customer, and closing the deal with the customer. So first step for you, even if you don't have a marketing budget, is to treat marketing differently from sales. That itself will have a lot more positive focus and consistency in your marketing activity. Now this brings me to the second thing you need to do even if you don't have a marketing budget. Now apart from treating marketing and sales differently, the second thing that you need to do even if you don't have a marketing budget is you need to educate people. You need to create educational content for your target customer, because educating people, educating your target customer is the simplest and the most effective method of establishing credibility for your business and your brand. Now what do I mean by educate your target customer? Here what I mean is create content. Either create video content or write blog articles or record audio podcasts or write emails where you are addressing solutions to the needs, desires, problems of your target customer. So if you're a fashion designer, create educational content on different forms of fabric, different styling trends, different combinations of colors and matching. People love to be educated. If you're a photographer, educate people on some of the mistakes amateur photographers make. Educate customers on how to select the right photographer. Educate customers on what are the aspects that go into creating a perfect picture. If you're a doctor, educate your customer on health habits, hygiene habits, on nutrition, on wellness, anything related to health. People love consuming educational content. If you're a manufacturer, educate your target audience, which may be sitting in Germany or US, on the best practices for outsourcing, on how to follow sustainability in manufacturing. If you're a wholesaler, then educate your dealers on how to build a profitable business, how to be proactive about growing the business. It doesn't matter who you are. When you create content which is of value, where you are addressing solutions to the needs, desires, and problems of your target customer, and you're adding value to your target customer, automatically you establish credibility in the eyes of the customer. So education is a simple strategy that you can use even if you do not have a marketing budget. Which brings me to the third thing that you can do even if you don't have a marketing budget. So the third thing that you can do to make sure that you are going out there and generating leads even if you don't have a marketing budget is to use the method of testing and trusting. What do I mean by the method of testing and trusting? See, marketing is about identifying what strategy is giving you the result. And for you to identify what strategy is giving you the result, you need to test different platforms and you need to test different mediums of marketing. So test online platforms where you're putting content consistently and see which platform is giving you the right reach to the right audience, which platform is bringing you the maximum returns and the result as a part of the reach to the right audience. Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? Is it WhatsApp? Is it email? Is it Twitter? Is it YouTube? It doesn't matter. You need to test. Only then you can trust. Don't just go on hearsay of people. Each one of your products or services are different. Each one of your audience is different. And it's not about which platform do you like. It's about which platform does your audience like to consume this kind of educational content. So you got to test and then you got to trust which channel is giving me the right reach to the right audience and which medium of content is giving me the right reach. So test the different mediums, make videos, write blog articles, create infographics, shoot audio podcasts. Make sure that you are creating content in different mediums to see which one is giving you traction, which one is your audience engaging with more. Test and trust is the most important step for any person in marketing, whether you have a budget or you don't. And if you don't have a budget, this step becomes your lifeline of making sure that you are proactive and consistent in going out there and making yourself visible. So please be willing to play this game of testing and then trusting. You will see people tell you 5 ways to make your YouTube content viral, but there's no science. You need to make sure that you test what works for your business and trust only what works for your business. There are no ready-made templates that exist for different businesses. Each business has to discover their own template which works for them. You can learn from others, but you got to customize it by testing it. That's why I say test and trust, especially when you don't have a marketing budget. Which brings me to the fourth step that you need to take even if you don't have a marketing budget. The fourth step that you need to take if you don't have a marketing budget is you need to believe in the power of organic marketing. Just because you don't have the money to pour it into marketing ads and you don't have a budget for performance marketing on social media or through influencers or doing bulk email blasts or sitting and advertising your business on primary media channels like television, radio, newspapers, it doesn't mean that you don't have the right to market. I want you to understand this. Consistency in organic marketing pays. When you're consistent in your effort and you're putting out content consistently, which is of high quality, which is meaningful, which adds value to your target customers, then people will engage. People will share that content forward. People will reach out to you. So do not underestimate the power of consistent organic marketing. When you don't have a budget, you got to rely upon consistent organic marketing. You either pay money or you pay by effort. And if you don't have the money, please be willing to pay by effort. And that's why you need to be consistent in organic marketing. Now this brings me to the fifth point that you need to do if you don't have a marketing budget. The fifth aspect that you need to focus on if you don't have a marketing budget is networking with the peers in your industry. Reach out to competitors who you admire. Reach out to competitors with whom you have an open communication channel. And I'm sure you have an open communication channel with at least 1, 2 or 3 different competitors where even though you are in the same business, you don't have any animosity or anger against each other. And you understand that there is enough space for each other. Now, when you have a congenial relationship, when you have an amicable relationship with some of your competitors, reach out to them, network and learn from each other. You may have something to share with them that is working well for your business, and they may have something that is working well for their business that they will be happy to share with you. Peer learning is very, very underrated by many business owners. Many business owners think that when it comes to communication with the competitor, it can only happen on the battlefield when they have a sword and you have a sword. It's not that melodramatic. People are actually open to conversations with their competitors. People are actually open to networking with competitors. People are actually open to sharing best practices with their competitors. So at least develop relationships with 3, 4 or 5 competitors who are in the industry, who are doing fairly well for themselves, and you are adding value to them and they are adding value to you through peer learning. Peer learning is powerful and peer learning is severely underestimated. And when you don't have a marketing budget, I believe peer learning is gold. It's as valuable as gold because you can tap into the expertise of somebody who's already making some practices work for their business practically in the market. So invest your time, effort in networking and peer learning from competitors. It goes a long way in cutting your learning curve because you go to a precise point of what is exactly working for them and what's working for you, and you exchange notes with each other. So the fifth thing that you can do is network and focus on peer learning if you don't have a marketing budget. Now, apart from these 5 points, here comes the sixth and final point if you don't have a budget for marketing already. The sixth thing that you need to do if you don't have the budget for marketing already is once you've tested which channel and what medium is giving you the right reach and the right results, once you believe that a particular channel and a particular strategy is getting you the required leads, then develop the conviction to invest in that strategy, to amplify the reach of that strategy, to make sure that you invest money, time, effort, team, resources into that strategy. because you need to understand the real estate of media. What do I mean by the real estate of media? Let me give you a simple analogy and then I'll drive my point. I want you to understand this. Ever had an experience where you're sitting in your car and you're driving around your city with your parents in the same vehicle with you, and as you're moving across a particular locality, one of your parent points at a particular building, it could be a home or a commercial complex, and they tell you that in 1992 someone offered me to buy this building for 25 lakh rupees. That time I thought it's too expensive, and today the same building's value is 20 crore rupees. Ever had that experience? If you have, somewhere deep down inside you told yourself that, Dad, Mom, what kind of financial decisions have you made in life? Why didn't you make the right financial decisions? If you would have made the right financial decision, that real estate would have been ours today. We would be worth 20 crores just on that one single property. I know you don't say anything out of respect to your parents, but deep down inside that thought comes, I wish they made good decisions. They made good financial decisions. That thought would have definitely come. Now, while you get that thought today in 2022, I want you to be sure that you don't give the same opportunity to your children in 2032 or 2042, where they look back at you and they think, in 2022, the ad costs on social media was 80 rupees per lead, or 100 rupees per lead, or 500 rupees per lead, or just 1000 rupees per lead. But in 2032 and 2042, that ad cost, that cost per lead has gone up to 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees per lead or 20,000 rupees per lead. You don't want your children to think, what kind of financial decisions did you make? And for that, I want you to understand the power of the growing value of investing in any form of media. Today, social media is at a very, very nascent stage, still at a very nascent stage. And those costs per lead are bloody worth it. They are like gold being sold at the price of peanuts. So if you identify a strategy on social media that works for you, do not think twice. Beg, borrow. I wouldn't say steal. Beg, borrow and invest to amplify the reach and capture the market, because you want to own that real estate of social media soon. It's at the cheapest price today than it will ever be in the future. Don't brood about the past. Oh, the cost was this much in 2016, it was this much in 2018, and it's grown to this much in 2022. It's the cheapest price that it will ever be from now to the future. So if you identify a strategy working for you, develop the conviction, develop the courage to go all into that strategy. Do not play safe, because you don't want your children looking at you and saying, what kind of pathetic financial decisions have you made? So with that, these are the 6 things that you need to do if you don't have a marketing budget already. I hope you found value in these 6 points. I hope you understand that all these 6 points are very, very practical, even if you don't have the money. And as you dive into implementing these 6 points, you will leverage the power of these 6 points that I've shared with you, which will allow you to increase your reach, increase your returns, increase your results in marketing. Because the best thing that can happen to your business through marketing is massive visibility, massive credibility, and massive lead generation. And the worst thing that can happen to your business if you're not marketing is for you to feel frustrated while you notice other business owners who do not provide a qualitative product or service as yours race ahead of you, and you're stuck at the same level for years because you're not marketing. Start marketing. It's a critical activity in business, and it is not the only critical activity in business. There are 7 critical activities in business. In this video, I have covered only one aspect, which is marketing. Now, if you would like to learn what are those other 6 aspects, so that you have a complete picture of what are those 7 fundamental foundational activities to build a stable and successful business, then I want you to watch this video till the end and click on the link and join a 4-hour live training with me called the Business Breakthrough Seminar. So make sure you watch this video in the end. Make sure you watch this video till the end, so you understand what the Business Breakthrough Seminar is and how you can spend 4 hours with me in a live interaction so that I can share with you the 7 foundational activities to build a stable and successful business. I look forward to seeing you at the Business Breakthrough Seminar, which you will need to click on and register yourself for at the end of this video. See you at the Business Breakthrough Seminar. I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006. And when I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006, I started with big goals, big dreams, big plans. But very soon, those big goals, big dreams and big plans shrunk in size. And the focus of building my business became month-to-month survival. I started 4 companies, out of which I had to shut 2 companies down in the year 2012 when I went through a 70 lakh loss and I earned myself a 45 lakh rupee debt. That's when I realized that something has to change. This has nothing to do with the business I'm building. It has a lot to do with my capabilities as a business owner. And therefore in 2014, I committed myself to a research project where I went across India and I interviewed 300 business leaders. People like Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who's built Biocon. People like Ashok Soota, who's built Happiest Minds Technologies. People like C.K. Kumaravel, who built Natural Salon as India's largest chain of salon. And I asked them 2 questions. What is the strategy of building a profitable, scalable business? And what is the system to set, track and achieve goals in every department of the business? Asking these 2 questions to 300 business leaders opened my mind to a whole world of possibilities where I realized the biggest mistake I was making as a business owner was I was doing everything in my business. This has been the mistake of most entrepreneurs. One of my biggest lessons was that if you are the best on your team, if you are the most intelligent person on your team, then you cannot build a scalable business because you get involved in everything and you get stuck in day-to-day firefighting. Taking these lessons, I designed a 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar, where I break down for my participants what are the 7 foundational activities to build a stable and successful business so that they have clarity on what they need to initiate in their business for better stability and focus on growth. I also break down for my participants on what is their role as a business owner. Because as a business owner, if you are in chaos, if you are confused, then that chaos and confusion spreads across your team. And I also will break down what are the 3 things that you need to focus on to build a business which can grow without you. More than 70,000 participants have attended more than 175 business breakthrough seminars from across 13 different countries. And out of these 70,000 entrepreneurs, 99.3% of entrepreneurs have responded saying that the Business Breakthrough Seminar was extremely relevant and practical for their business. These are staggering statistics to let you know that you need to be the next participant at the Business Breakthrough Seminar. And I'd love to work with you on helping you identify how can you grow your business and build something that is scalable and profitable. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you click on the link and register yourself right now.